Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody inside and outside the ballpark to the Noved Notes podcast, where we talk to many creators and communities inside the platform. I'm your host, and welcome to episode 83 of the podcast. Today, we have an amazing performer duo, very known around the good old VRChat space for their low poly, spooky, amazing, scary storytelling songs. We have First Class Coffin, we have AlteredEvil, and Diggy Bones. Boys, welcome to the podcast. Hope you're doing well.
Why, thank you.
Pretty good. I'm pretty good, except there's this whole thing where I got stuck in the barrel and you guys didn't want to help me, so we just had to move me in. But that's fine. It's fine. We just got to make sure
he fits well in the barrel.
Yeah. No, well, my butt is just stuck right in here. You can't tell, but it's like my dummy thick ass is just stuck right in the barrel. So if this takes too long, this barrel's going to become a toilet. So let's just get right into it, huh?
Yeah, of course. So who exactly is First Class Coffin?
Well, clearly Diggy Bones and Vinny the Vampire.
Vinny Von Don is my name, but yes, you gave me that nickname.
Yeah, everybody
Nobody
calls
else calls
me.
me. Yeah,
everybody calls you that.
Everybody. You heard him.
Oh, fair. I mean, well, yeah. So obviously, you guys have your own characters when it comes to your music and stuff. So I guess kind of one of the questions I want to ask, what kind of inspired you?
I'm straight real.
Fair. In that case, what kind of inspired you guys to, form First Class Coffin? Like, what kind of sparked that interest?
Have you seen this guy? Pure rock and roll, man. Pure rock and roll. That's what I'm saying.
That's me. I go out there and I do my thing, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. People be trying to say that. People be trying to say that rock and roll's in the soul. Well, it's also in the soul, but it's in the brain, and it's in the words that you speak, and it's in the drugs that I smoke.
Fair.
Don't let him fool you. Bloodgrass is not a drug.
It's a drug to me, man.
Yeah, you mind if I do it, Jay? I mean, what?
Sure, go for it.
Cool.
Perfect.
That's totally not in your mouth, dude. There you go.
There you go. Oh yeah.
I needed to relieve the stress.
It's all good. But yeah,
you are a human. This alleviates blood craving. You should be thankful.
You know what?
I am thankful.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand.
Yeah, don't have to worry about getting eaten on this one.
You're lucky. It's a good day.
It's a good day indeed. Yeah. But yeah, so obviously, you guys have been around for a little bit, doing your performances around VR. So, what kind of made you want to, do these performances in VR? Like, what kind of inspired that?
There's a couple things. I had been working in VR doing virtual production and trying to get, the ultimate goal for AlteredEvil is an episodic show. So we've been slowly chugging towards that goal, and the music just came as like an awesome bonus for me. But you should tell the story
clue what he's talking about.
You should tell the story of how we met, so people can.
Well, this is one of my favorites, if I do say so myself. I was wandering through the woods looking for a place to sleep, as you do when you're a bag of bones, and I stumbled upon a cemetery, and there was the most beautiful skeleton I have ever seen. Incredible, beautiful skeleton, and her name was Matilda. And Matilda, we started dancing. In the cemetery, we were hanging out, and we were dancing. And all of a sudden, this guy comes out, and he's like, "What's all this noise down in my cemetery?" I'm like, "Oh, this is your cemetery, man. I had no idea this was your cemetery." And he's like, "Yeah, this is my cemetery. What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm just looking for a place to sleep, man. Like, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Checking out the noise." I already said that, man. And I'm like, "All right, cool." But I could tell by the look of him. I could just look at him and see He's got the soul of rock and roll, man. And this whole newfangled rock and roll thing, man, it's got the vibe. I tell you what, I've been playing music for thousands of years. I don't even know how long. I lost count a long time ago. Favorite time was the Middle Ages, though. What we're calling the Middle Ages now. Anyway, Vinny and I met, and we started talking, and we started riffing, and we started playing shows together, and we started rocking music. And man, it just flowed out of us. That's what I'm saying. Just flowed. And we wrote a Sickness. Yeah. That was our first song, just so y'all know.
Luckily, I have a lot of existential and suffering and pain, which I can channel into our music. Aren't we so lucky to have?
Knows about pain.
Absolutely. Well, that's what's up. I mean, I would say definitely making a lot of awesome, music together. And I know, Vinny, you're also making, your own stuff outside of First Class Coffin as well. Actually, recently on the podcast, we had somebody you had worked with, Bird Satan. We had him on the podcast, and he was, hyping up the album and stuff. So it was definitely, the Worms album. And we talked a little bit about that, but definitely, as a duo, obviously it's a lot different when it comes to, performing in VR. There's a lot more to it. So I guess one of the
just get on the stage, man.
Of course.
We just rock out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I guess for the, people who are maybe not familiar with this stuff, what was it like for the first time performing on stage together?
Oh,
it was magic.
There's a whole story for that, because the first time we performed was in the same cemetery where we met. Yeah. And there, if I may get a little bit meta here, there was a whole crisis that happened the day before where we were trying to get the space ready for the stream. And through
sweeping out a cemetery is really hard because it's like filled with dirt.
Yeah. And through a series of wonderful errors, the the project got corrupted and the backup got corrupted.
Oh no.
And I hit like an absolute low point, but we had a friend, somebody who has helped us with both of our avatars.
Magic user.
Magic user.
Wizard.
Yeah. Magic user Sacred.
Also my chiropractor.
Sacred, who you may know.
Yeah.
If not, he would be great. They would be great for an interview too. Who stayed up all night and helped get the world ready. And we had a lovely show the next evening. And we premiered almost a year ago. It would have been what, October 24th?
On the 3rd.
Really? Oh,
that was. So yeah. Yeah, that was when we did the demo show.
It was okay. So you're talking not the official first performance, the practice one?
Yeah, the official release was the 24th, I think. Of October.
So
2024. Yes, man, can you believe we're in the future?
Not until
this is crazy, man.
Not until I'm out of this barrel.
Oh.
That's fair.
I mean, it is a little like the 1800s there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're too young for that.
Well, yeah. I'm not that. I'm only 98. No big deal. Which is young for a vampire, I guess. Yeah, I just don't ask me where I was as a in my 20s, I guess. So it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but like ultimately, I don't know, after singing live the first couple of times, and you as a performer would probably get this too, like there is a certain element of like, okay, I have demonstrated my abilities to the peoples, and there's just like an element of stage fright that I guess a lot of people would get. And nowadays, I really don't feel much of that at all, except for that one moment right before you get on the stage. It's when it like peaks. And then once you're on the stage, it's like my brain turns off and I just sing the things and I say what's on my brain, what's inside my soul,
Damn right.
And then
the way the music flows, my friend.
Yeah, it just kind of happens. I don't think too hard about it, which might be the secret.
No, that's fair. And, I do agree with you, a lot of the stage fright building up to it. And then that peak moment of like, oh, wow, this is actually happening. But getting on the stage, just putting what you have out there, definitely a very relatable thing. 100%. I agree with that. I mean, unless you don't have, feelings and emotions or a soul in your case, but
I have feelings and emotions. What do you think? I'm dead? I'm inside? I just don't have a stomach, so no butterflies.
He's undead.
Oh, true. Yeah, it would
Damn
be the opposite. But yeah, that's what's up. So I guess, in another question in that regard, because obviously you guys have done a few shows now. What's one of the most memorable shows you guys have done?
Ooh. Well,
That's
I know
a hard
my
one. There's
favorite.
been a lot of good ones.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great shows. My personal favorite performance that I gave was the one where we played at Taya's New World.
That was
what was the name of that place?
Yeah,
it was the
I don't remember the
aquarium.
name of the world, but wait.
I don't know what happened that night, but my voice was just on it, and I just
Pure
totally
gold.
Yeah, I just wailed on that set. I think it was the first night also where shout out to Kit Kat for introducing me to a lovely thing called throat coat, which is like a it's like a tea that you prepare, and it relaxes your throat and coats it with, I don't know, honey or something. It lets you really. It let me perform to my fullest, and that was I don't know if there's a recording of that show out anywhere in public, but maybe we should upload it, or maybe it should just be a rare B-side. I don't know, but it's my favorite personal performance. But we did a lot of like larger performances that were also like totally killer.
Yeah. We played with Corbell. We played with Virtual Lily. We played Rock VR Club. That's a lot of fun too. And we're playing with them again. And man, yeah, we've had a lot of really good shows. A lot of incredible talent. This space, this whole universe that we live in is filled with incredible musicians. Man, it's a good time to be in music.
Oh, 100%. Especially, with this platform being very creative with, making venues and making, things work that would normally cost a lot of money to
pure magic, man. Pure magic.
Yeah, no, pure magic indeed. It's crazy what this platform can do for, many different musicians and bands, and it's really cool to see multiple different genres and different types, different styles, because at the end of the day, we're all musicians at the end of the day, right? We
I do love that.
Good.
Yeah, no, I was just saying the same thing. I love it. I love all the big mix of styles, and music is music, man. It's like so good to have everybody in there together, from metal to pop to jazz, to EDM. And everybody's in it together, and we're all supporting each other and hanging out with one another. It's really cool, man.
Absolutely,
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, 100%. It's a crazy thing. And not to mention, and kind of to go into the next topic here, because obviously with some of your guys' music, you've made music videos as well. So I guess kind of one of the questions, like, what kind of made you guys want to do music videos specifically? Obviously there's a side to performance, but there's also another side with actual, producing a music video.
Oh, storytelling, man. Party werewolves. How can you turn that down?
Yeah. Anybody on VRChat knows you don't turn down a werewolf.
Yep, that's
when a werewolf comes up to you and says, "Hey," go ahead.
I'll say that's an old reference. If you're around like 2017, 2018 era VRChat, the good old game of werewolf, that's an old reference. If you don't know, then look it up on YouTube. I guarantee there's gameplay out there. But that's an old reference. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but it was one of the very cult classics of VRChat back in the day. Not many people know about that.
I will take that reference, but no, I was just talking about hot furries.
You know what? Fair, valid. I can't even argue that. You should have just took it and ran with it. Oh man, but yeah. So obviously with the music videos, a lot of production went into it. So I guess from your guys' personal opinions, like, what was kind of like, your favorite part about creating the music video?
Seeing it unfold, and then we have a friend who was featured on Worms, also Psycho Turtle, who you may, if you haven't met already, you may meet one day. You'll know him by his giant imposing figure and eternal smile that doesn't flinch ever. It's a little, he's a little Five Nights at Freddy's ish, but like, he's an amazing DJ. But he also works a lot with vintage tech. He took the file for the music video and ran it through a real VHS tape and then sent it back to us. So we were able to get that vintage look. So if you check
Modern
our YouTube channel, we have two versions available. We have the VHS version and the non-VHS version. I would say if you're going to watch it on a phone or on a smaller screen, the VHS version looks great. Don't try to watch it on a big screen. I made that mistake trying to showcase it in a big cinema with a lot of people, and as soon as I saw it on the screen, I was like, oh no, guys, it looks good on a CRT, I swear.
It's like a giant CRT.
Yeah, that beautiful like 240p color shift render with the scan lines.
Yeah,
man, high tech, yo.
Yeah,
but that was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Moving pictures are the way. They bring the kids in, man. Like, you can tell from like this whole TV thing. That's why we did it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, now you got all these other fancy the moving pictures, man.
I'm telling you. See, you guys are hooked on them.
This guy's such a boomer, huh?
Right. That's crazy to think about.
Excuse me. Just because I got a few thousand years under my belt doesn't make me an old man.
No, young in spirit. That's what matters.
Exactly right, young in spirit.
It's not like people can tell on the internet.
Spirits never die, man.
You see, we're not just on TV. We're on the line. We're online right now.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, with computers.
Oh, I love those things, man. Man, you can do cool stuff with that. Yeah. Yeah, my
you can play some tennis
music with computers. Oh, that's high tech, man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There is a ghost in those things. I don't know if you know that.
Ghost in the Machine?
Yeah.
I Robot 2004 hit movie. I hate it. I actually hate that movie. The book is way better.
I guess I'm
East culture.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, with all the shows, you've had many different audiences, many different crowds. So I guess from each of you, we did talk about like what's one of your most memorable sets, but like what's like one of the most memorable crowd moments you guys have had when it comes to
I think Noved might be fishing.
No, not at all.
Because that was epic.
Yeah,
there was.
Yep. Can we roll the clip? Can we roll the clip in this?
We'll roll the clip. Yeah, it's your guys' music, so we'll roll the clip.
Going down to hell in a first-class coffin. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What was that? What's that down there in the pit? It's the creatures of the night. Oh my God, they're going crazy. Look out, everybody. Unless you want to join them, maybe you should join us.
It was so good.
So yeah, that's my favorite crowd moment. That happened fairly recently.
Yeah. For context for the audio listeners on the other platforms outside of YouTube and Spotify, I decided to go to one of their performances at Virilium Enchanted, and you'll hear the music, of course, but you won't see it because no video. But I took the Uganda Knuckles avatar of myself and made it clonable for everybody to do a mosh pit. So that's what. Unfortunately, if you're not watching on YouTube or Spotify, unfortunately you don't see it. But
go watch it on YouTube or Spotify. Remember what we were saying about moving pictures, man? This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, yeah. And if you are an audio listener and you're doing something else while you're listening to the podcast, for one, subscribe, and for two, I want you to mentally picture my thick ass stuck in this barrel, senpai. We just got to go back to that real quick because it's definitely not a thin. Never mind.
I knew where you're going with that. Oh no!
I don't have a little Hank Hill ass.
Fair enough. Oh man, but yeah, no, I mean it's definitely crazy. So I guess outside of that, yes, I was fishing for it a little bit, but outside of that one, were there any other memorable crowd moments when it came to your guys' shows?
Well, at the original show, we had all our beautiful friends and loved ones there, which we
his spirit was called back to the nether realm,
which we appreciated. Oh no, Diggy just suddenly disappeared. I would get up, but I can't get out of this friggin' barrel because I'll just take his place and I'll keep going. I don't know. I'm here.
We'll just have Diggy in the barrel.
Diggy's not here. Quick, I can break character. Ask me something about something else.
Well, I guess, you know what? We'll roll it. Editor, just keep it rolling. I mean, this is a good chance to ask you some questions. So, obviously, you do a bunch of music outside of First Class Coffin as well. Working with people like, Bird Satan, Roll the Red, and many, many others. So I guess tell me a little bit about that. Like, what kind of got you involved with like music production and like doing all this music with other creators?
Well, I'm trying to think of how far back I should go to establish context, but we'll start with Bird, who I think I met first. Well, I met Psycho Turtle first. We've been friends for probably 10 years before AlteredEvil began. So I'm lucky enough that I've already worked with him on several things. We actually had a whole other YouTube channel, and there's a whole story on how that one of our old YouTube series almost got on Adult Swim, but it was like right when COVID happened. So we were in talks with people at Adult Swim, but after COVID they got laid off. The show that we had the program like going through also was canceled, and it just like never recovered from there. But that was fun. So there was Psycho Turtle. Kind of, we had made some little bits of music together before, and it was only kind of maybe within the first year or two of using Ableton that I started AlteredEvil. There was a whole project, like there was a whole album right before AlteredEvil that was created as an anime parody that was never it ended up, well, I did later release it on SoundCloud as a B-side, but we ultimately like never released it under the AlteredEvil name because it was like our tutorial album. Welcome back.
Welcome back from
your
the
soul is
realm.
Returned.
Man, that's one of the worst things about being undead.
You have to go boof a man.
Like every once in a while, they're just like, "Come back," and I'm like, "No, I'm in the middle of an interview." And I'm like, "No, you gotta go." And I'm like, "No, man," and so I gotta fight my way back out. And I'm like, "This is Noved, y'all. This is like the best thing ever. I'm in an interview," and they're like, "Yeah." I fought my way back. I hope you appreciate it.
And all the succubi are like, "No, Diggy, stay with us. Stay here forever." And you're like, "Nah, ho. I got people to talk to."
That's right.
Oh man.
I got problems, so I can't see the magic floating screen or the buttons or anything. Is that fine?
Yeah, I say if you want, you can
We
just
all got
re-enable them on
problems,
the
dude.
side.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah, just re-click the button. But yeah. You got to readjust. Editor, feel free to do whatever here.
All right, I'm back.
Oh no.
Diggy's back, baby.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, he was just getting settled in the chair, okay? Nothing else happened.
That's what you say.
Yeah, go watch on YouTube or
Well,
Spotify. You'll find out.
Okay, sure. I'm just going to avert my eyes then.
But yeah, I want to ask you one question. A little bit off first class topic side.
What's he talking about? Is he making shit up again?
No. But so you did release.
How dare you.
Making good music, that's what it but obviously you recently released a Worms album. So before we go back into First Class Coffin a little bit, I do want to give you a chance to speak a little bit about Worms. So what kind of inspired the Worms album? Like, what made you decide on the album? I mean, amazing tracks all across the board. I've listened to them a few times, so I'm biased. Don't mind me. But
thank you.
Yeah. I love watching VRChat music videos too. So I did watch Squiggle a few times. So
awesome.
Yeah. It's a vibe.
Yeah,
Also the chemistry between you and Bursate was great. All right, I'm gonna stop glazing. I promise. But no, I mean, I guess what kind of inspired the Worms album?
So I guess it was the convergence. Yeah, it was the convergence of a couple things. One, yes, Worms, and there is an educational track. Our first track is called Worms Attack, and in it there's a bit of education about what worms are and their place in the world. And I guess I could just recite those lyrics as my. Here's why we're talking about worms. An earthworm is a soil-dwelling terrestrial invertebrate that belongs to phylum Annelida. An earthworm's evolved purpose is to consume the discarded material of plants and animals, completing the nutrient cycle. Worms are looked down upon. Worms are looked down upon, but have more depth of purpose than those who are able to criticize them. You and I are composting lies, passing them through our bodies to normalize servitude to an illusion of value of the dollar. So basically, worms have an existential. Worms have like an actual evolved purpose which they fulfill, despite being looked down upon, and they do more for the planet than most people who would complain that worms are icky or anything like that. I guess is what I'm trying to say with that whole thing.
Including help fertilize his garden.
Yeah. I actually
He's got a mighty fine garden.
It's a surprising thing, but I guess living on the estate, you do need to supply a lot of your own food. So I learned quite a lot about vermicomposting, that's using worms for compost, as well as things like permaculture and regenerative agriculture. Because tending to an undead landscape does have a little bit of its own learning curve, but this is kind of the whole purpose. This is part of what I want to illustrate with the episodic show of AlteredEvil is that these places are they're construed as evil places because they have like aggressive forms of life. Well, have you been to Australia? But also like it's an ecosystem and it deserves to exist. And as long as you're not hurting anybody else, everybody deserves a chance to survive and thrive. And I suppose evil's not born, it's made, and it can be unmade. And that's kind of the whole ethos behind the TV show when it does debut. But what? Okay, yes, we were talking about worms and why. Yeah. So one reason is worms. Another reason is me and Psycho Turtle.
Vinny's a nerd.
One day, certain things, maybe.
In a good way. In a good way. I'm not knocking nerds.
Diggy, how can I be a nerd and a rocker? Okay. What are you talking?
Have you ever seen TiVo, man?
Oh, okay. Fuck. Fair point.
All right.
So, me and Psycho Turtle, we made a song called "I Wish I Was a Worm," which is the final track on the album. That was actually the first song that we made. And it was just kind of a one-off. We were actually thinking about putting it on a different project. And then I think another day we were together at my place, and I do have a roommate. And in reality, this roommate, he works.
They all live in the castle.
But this roommate works
Sorry.
This roommate works 6 days a week. 12-hour
Humans.
usually on average shifts. Like, it's an insane amount of work. And he had this one day off. And when me and Psychoturtle were hanging out, we were already like had the idea to write some music. And my roommate was just like, yeah, I got the day off. I'm going to go get a massage. I want to go eat steak at a steakhouse. I want to go get a haircut. I'm going to go get some new clothes. And so it was just kind of, we used that as the premise for the song, and that became Steakhouse. And the whole ethos behind Steakhouse is like, I work my ass off. The system keeps me down, but I got the day off today, and I'm going to live like a fucking king. Watch it. Watch me. I'm going to the steakhouse, baby. My body is tenderized, but I still get to enjoy myself.
Bars. Bars.
So we had those two
Lyrical
songs.
mastermind.
And I don't know. I've always just been a fan of nu metal, even before it was labeled as such. And I don't know. I just had once we had those two songs, I was like, wow, we could make like a whole EP that's just nu metal themed. And started writing music, and a bunch of songs came out, and I was like, wow, we need more people on this. So I recruited Bird Satan and Roll the Red to assist, because it just felt like I don't know, I just had like this weird motivation of like, these four people, me and these three other people, like, this is the dream team to make this nu metal record. And I just, if you want something, you gotta ask for it. So I was just like, hey, you guys want to like do this project? Let's put a group together. And so it went.
No,
right place,
Evil
right
Disco
time,
is the
right
best
people.
song on the album.
That is a fun song. I want to make more songs that are like that one in particular.
I agree. ED.
I got ED, but the ED stands for Evil Disco. Don't get it mixed up.
No, fair. Hello, everyone. Real quick, just want to pause the episode right here. I want to thank you all so much for watching this far. If you're interested in, maybe watching some of my other content or enjoy what you're watching so far, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It does help me out a lot. And of course, if you're interested in some of the other events and, collaboration projects that I work with, feel free to join the VRChat group at noved.6608. We do put stuff on the calendar for future uploads, as well as many other events that we take part of. I will say, upcoming October 11th and 12th, I'm proud to announce that we are officially going to have the 2-year anniversary of the Noved Squad, where we'll have 2 whole days worth of performers for a charity event, all for the International Association for Suicide Prevention. But if you're interested in that, make sure to join the VRChat group and join the Discord by looking at the link tree or in the VRChat group itself. But let's get back into the episode. Woo! Now that Diggy's back, we can kind of get back into the both of you.
Diggy's back, baby!
So, obviously, when it comes to music, there's a lot of chances for, people to be inspired by, music or certain artists or groups. So I guess in your guys' case, is there any musicians or bands that, kind of inspired you to create music in the first place? Like, do you have any inspirations?
Oh man, there's this new kind of music, right? It's called gothic rock, and gothic rock is like all the kids are like, man, that's got the vibe. Gothic rock does, and I'm like, yeah, man, it totally does. And Vinny was like, yeah, man, it totally does. And so we were listening to like all these like new bands called like The Cure and Joy Division and Bauhaus, and these guys are just coming out, just hitting the scene, if you know what I'm talking about, and like, we were checking it out, and we were like, this has got a sound, this has got a vibe, and both of us were doing it independently a little bit, and then, I fell in love with it. I came in, and Vinny was like, I can do that, man, and I'm like, I bet you can. And so we got together, and I picked up the bass guitar, and he picked up the guitar, the electric guitar, and we both picked up the vocals, man. I don't know if you know this. Like, you might not be able to tell with my deep voice, but I sing all the backing vocals on this album. And all that high sweetness sounds like angels, if you know what I mean. But the weight is carried by this man. Vampire. This vampire. Oh, man.
Same. It's either's fine. I'm not picky with
Vinny the Vampire. Remember that.
No, fair. Those haven't
They're
been...
gonna catch on.
I don't know if those are newer, but fair.
What are you talking about, man?
The Cure.
It's like Hildegard von Bingen, man.
No, they're great.
She's cutting it.
Also, this is unrelated, but I want to give a shout out to a guy I recently discovered named Voodoo Vinny, a VRChat user who has a purple and gold avatar and runs the Improv Comedy Club. Shout out! You got good style. Why don't you at me, and we can do a collab of the Vinnies, the purple Vinnies.
I like this idea.
The Vinnies and the Jets. Anyway,
man, see another new one, man. You're a new school here, boy.
Just
Screaming Jay Hawkins, love that guy.
Yeah, man. that kid's got some
He went to a lot.
style.
Do you learn about that guy's his personal life, dude? That he got he was imprisoned in World War II by the Japanese, and he was tortured. And he blew up his torturer once he was freed. He stuffed a grenade in the dude's mouth and ran outside and blew him up. That really happened.
I didn't know that. But it makes a lot of sense.
And then he made "I Put a Spell on You," and then he had 17 kids and didn't pay child support for a single one. But He invented heavy metal, so it's shit.
Yeah, no, fair. That's wild. I did not know that. That's crazy.
Screaming Jay Hawkins is a wild freaking dude. Little bit of a dick, I gotta say, but great performer.
Yeah. That's what's up.
More than a little.
I guess kind of get back on topic because I know Diggy answered, but I don't know if we got a clear answer from you. Is there any inspirations when it comes to your music or any groups or performers in particular?
Well, let's see. Josh Homme in Queens of the Stone Age, big fan. I really like the kind of mournful, ethereal sound that he does for a lot of tracks, but also heavy hard rock. The dude has the most modern rock and roll kind of energy of a lot of people. And I know that at this point it's been a few decades, since they were super relevant, but that was them and also System of a Down. I love how aggressive and a lot of their messaging is pretty on the nose, if not a little bit too abrasive, but that's part of the style. I love how crazy mixed up the sounds are. I really it's strange, a lot of my creative heroes are these duos that just kind of make whatever they want, like Ween. Ween is They Might Be Giants, even though they're a lot more wholesome and family friendly. They just make whatever. You could listen to the They Might Be Giants album and get 6 different genres in the single album, and they do it all fantastically. I just, but also this relates to in terms of animation, the brothers chaps who made Homestar Runner. They I think what blew me away was they were pioneers in internet animation. For one, they've been around since I believe '99. And they still occasionally make videos, but we'll say that their peak was 99 to 2008-ish was when it really they started to really decline the uploads. But once a week they would make a new Flash animation, and it wasn't just a Flash animation. If you wanted to make a joke about some product or some social satire thing, even if it's in a wholesome way, they were pretty satiric with what they did. And it's not just that you have to make the joke about the brand. You have to design the brand. You have to create a little jingle. And, you have to basically invent the entire universe and use all these different skill sets to create it. And they just did it. They didn't hesitate. It's crazy. Very inspirational to just create all these different elements just to make a quick joke.
No, for sure. And yeah, I mean, some really good choices there from the both of you, when it comes to that. I don't know why I got sidetracked by him playing with his buttons or whatever he's doing. But
Playing with your buttons.
Those are sharp, man. I want to be careful. They're low poly.
Watch the spikes, man.
But I guess actually that is a good
Straight
question. Actually,
dexterity.
Fair. So obviously when it comes to performances, right, and performers, especially within VR, a lot of them use pretty similar models, whether it's based on animals, based on humans, but you guys went with more like a low poly-esque theme with your stuff. So obviously, what kind of
Are you insulting me?
No, no, not at all, Diggy.
I'll have you know that I'm considered handsome in most places.
He's not talking about Oh, okay. Wait. I can speak to this though, in terms of the design, because it is out of my brain that I decided this.
Sure.
In the years before getting into VR, I'd always kind of had this thought of this. I grew up with the N64 playing platformers like Banjo-Kazooie, Ocarina of Time, all the big hits. I could just name all the games. As much as I love the N64, it has like 14 good games. And, I played all those good games, and it left enough of an impact on me to where I still, especially all through adulthood, like playing those games, playing the games. And it felt very reflective of the era that I come from, but also it feels reflective of VR because the N64 was the first, we'll say, mainstream 3D gaming console. It could be argued that it is within the first generation of 3D graphics. And you could say that this era of VR is in its like first real generation. We've had like, I had a dev kit too in 2015, so I've been around for a minute, waiting and celebrating when things forward. But also like it still feels like these are like pioneering days. But also, like, I just want to illustrate to others the time and place that I come from. And it turned out that it ended up being a really unique visual gimmick because basically nobody has anything like it. And that's part of the reason why I stuck with it, is because it's not just from being purple, but I think we're pretty easy to point out in a crowd.
100%.
Are you done hallucinating?
Yeah. It's a unique visual gimmick.
I still feel insulted.
I promise it wasn't an insult.
No, we're just special.
Damn right.
Yeah, see? You might have met a lot of people in your VR life, but you ain't ever met nobody like First Class Coffin.
Oh, yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique take when it comes to what you guys do, and it's very admirable what you guys do. Because there's a lot of different performance groups out there when it comes to music. But I definitely, and I promise I'm not glazing. This is just from personal takes. You guys have a unique sound and a unique style, and that's what puts you guys different from the rest, and that's a really good thing. Because anybody can do, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people can do music, right? And everybody has their own style and how they portray, their emotions and art through their music and through their performances. But you guys definitely have that unique style, and nobody else has done that, the low poly-esque, style. And that's what makes you guys, at least in my opinion, what makes you guys really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Would it upset you if we got some booth avatars and became e-boys?
I personally don't mind what people wear as their avatars. I look beyond the pixels.
Vinny's single.
That's
He's on
for
the
off
dating
stage,
scene.
you know what I mean?
That's the after party.
That's for whoever's going to come get me out of this barrel.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. But but yeah, I mean, kind of to move on a little bit, because obviously, you guys have been going for about a year now. So I guess kind of, looking back, you know, when you guys first started, was there any like, how do I phrase this? I'll say, I guess, was there any questionable things like when first starting out First Class Coffin? Like, was there
Other
any
than
decisions?
him,
Damn.
Ha ha ha.
I don't know. You just spent 15 minutes hallucinating.
I don't know, dude. Can you put your head in a car and not catch the headliner on fire?
No, who'd want to?
You need a convertible at all times.
Damn right.
Yeah, I guess I never thought
The
about
wind
that,
blowing through my flames.
But yeah, no, I mean, was there any like when you guys first started, obviously as you grew over the year, there was obviously a starting point till now. I guess, was there any like interesting things happening when you guys first began that maybe not a lot of people know about?
I feel like metaphorically, we at least especially for like AlteredEvil, but also for First Class Coffin, it's like I felt an incredible rush. Like when I had the idea, I worked feverishly on it for a couple of years, mostly in isolation. I hadn't like found VRChat groups and stuff yet. Met a couple of people here and there, but it felt like I was like,
Here we go again.
I had this mindset of like, I sleep, I go to work, somebody else is doing it while I'm sleeping, while I'm working, while I'm doing anything else. And
That's
not
the
just
circle
that,
of life, man.
not just that, but they're like a paid team of professionals is doing the exact same, like they got my exact same idea and they're going to try to beat me
That's
to it.
porn.
I need to go now. I need to do it now. And so I got everything ready and I burst through the door of the scene and I say, "Here I am, world." And the room's empty. So it's like, yeah, it just, I guess you could say that it was a niche that can be filled. But also it was a little, it's a little lonely out there for the rock musicians in VR. And that is why I am trying to compile all of the metal related musicians in VRChat. So if you are one of them, hit me up on Discord or on VRChat. The screen name is the same, AlteredEvil. I am trying to collect all of the metal musicians in VRChat in one Discord so that we can all, get like
Collab.
perform venues and collaborate and just basically meet everybody, because it as it stands, it doesn't feel like there's very many of us. So we got to stick together. We got to form a collective, and we can build the scene. We can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, there's a lot of different music scenes of VRChat, so it'd be nice to kind of see a metal one.
But if you, over the past year, that's something that you're talking about. Look at the scene grow. Like, the scene is growing. Both like, the goth scene that we're doing and like, the metal scene and I mean the music scene in general, it's growing. Like, the shows are having more and more people showing up, and there are more people involved. It's a beautiful thing.
No, 100%. I mean,
It's cool to
every
watch.
year. Oh yeah, I'll say
Damn right.
every year it's just continuously growing, and it's such a wholesome thing to see. Different types of artists, different performers. I know somebody who I met recently. This is a little bit of a tangent, but kind of on topic. Somebody I met recently who is kind of newer to like VRChat, but they've been doing like IRL stuff. Amazing vocal beatboxer. I feel bad because it was like 2 weeks ago and I met them. I forgot their name off the top of my head. I know somebody will remind me now, but
Greg.
it wasn't Greg. But
Carl.
no, it was a performer name. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But he
Big
showed
Jim.
off at an open mic.
Squeaky the Wonder Toad.
But he performed at an open mic that I was at, and dude was phenomenal. And he's like, yeah, I wanted to get more into VR because I heard the scene was, kind of growing and with performances and stuff. I'm like, yeah, man, this is the place. This is the place to do it, and it's definitely a place to start, right? Because obviously when it comes to being a musician, in human terms, legal fees and, everything else, it can get pricey. Putting your music on like platforms like, Spotify or, wherever. There's easier ways now compared to years ago, sure. But, it's not cheap to do that. But with VR, you have more of a space to kind of play around with. At least in my personal opinion, because you can perform in front of, 80 plus people, through streaming or through, big events. And you get that exposure that these musicians do tours that cost hundreds of, sometimes millions of dollars. It's a crazy thing to think about.
Noved.
Yeah.
What was in the punch in the green room?
There's punch in the green room?
These two, I don't understand it. They're hallucinating. Don't trust the word they say. There's like IRL. They're like human real world. I don't even know, man.
That's for people with skin suits to understand. Don't worry about it.
I got a skin suit. That doesn't mean shit to me.
It's just transparent, obviously. That's why he's all bone. That's why there's a little blue
But not my human suit.
Oh man. But
wait. You just say you were looking down my jacket.
I wasn't looking down anywhere.
What? Can you believe this? I feel violated.
I'm gonna let you decide on that one, editor. Good luck. But yeah, I would say, kind of one of the questions I wanted to ask you both, because you've been around for a while, not only performance, but just kind of here in VR in general for a long time. What kind of got you both into like VR in the first place? Like, what kind of brought you guys here?
You first. You first.
What did I say? I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Did you walk here? Did you take a horse?
No, I used magic, duh.
Oh. So it was magic.
Oh, what did you use? I used the portal.
Yeah. Okay. Just so you are aware of the existence of portals. Yes, portals are real.
Of course, there's the universe, man. That's how you get from world to world.
Mm-hmm.
This is also me just trying to attempt for the break of character, but it's not going to happen.
I don't even understand. This is
kudos.
Diggy, cover your ear bones for this next part, okay? So it was New Year's 2020 to 2021. I was playing some games with my friends. One of which, actually, the person who helped inspire this idea later on got into VR and is now like a member of the scene that I see around, which is amazing to see. Like when personal friends get into VR, it's always a welcome. For me, it was surprising given the context of like where some of my friends come from. Where like if you would have asked them years ago, they would have been like, "Are you serious?" But now, it's awesome to see people's around. But I was kind of in between channels because I've had a couple of YouTube channels. I've been making videos since like 2012-ish.
Yeah, I know about YouTube.
Okay. Yes. Well, I've had YouTube channels, and I was kind of hungry for a new idea, but I wasn't quite sure what. And this buddy, shout out to Big Barney J, joked that I should be a VTuber, and we laugh about it because at the time, what we were thinking of is like PNG tubers, who, I'm sure there are plenty of talented PNG tubers who are going to be way more successful than I'll ever be and whatever, and that's lovely. But can you turn your head?
Short.
Can you turn your head? Can you like get up and walk around? I can't right now. I'm stuck in a barrel, but that's maybe it's a little self-defeating with that point. But I guess he joked I should be a VTuber, and I'm like, ha ha ha. Wait a minute, because I had just seen Corridor Digital is a YouTube channel that I'm a big fan of. I've been watching them since 2010 or so. Like I've been watching, like many YouTubers, I've seen them take the journey of like being a small time gimmick channel to like household staple. And I would go as far as to say that Corridor Digital is becoming the new Hollywood. But that's beside the point. They had done a video somewhat recently on virtual production and how, you know, they have like the $35,000 XSense suits and they're using Unreal Engine to create a show, which at the time I think it was Son of a Dungeon was what they were working on. And I kind of pieced those things together and I was like, wait a minute. If I created a virtual character in a virtual world, I could tell whatever stories I wanted. And I could use my musical skills. I could use the sketches. I could do parodies.
Or you could just do it anyway.
And it's just kind of like, it was one of those ideas. David Lynch has, rest in peace, has a fantastic description of the creative process when he says, like, you know, this, you know that an idea is, I'm paraphrasing, but you know that an idea is good when it excites you, and, you know, write it down and then translate it to cinema he was talking about. But in this case, it was like the idea was so powerful. I was like, downloading, beep, 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 beep. And I immediately had to grab a pen and paper and start scribbling it down. And so I was like, yes, I think I will. I'll create a virtual character and world, and it'll allow me to focus all these different talents under this one lens of this character. And so I started thinking, you know, it's almost like you're desiring lore for a character. It's almost like you're daydreaming of like, okay, so I want to play this character authentically. I want to be as close to me as possible. So I think I should try to make it like an exaggerated fantasy version of myself. And for me, the Vampire in the Castle is kind of what that translated to. And there's several different influences that all kind of factor into what created the character of Vinny, the performance character of Vinny, and all of the different elements of his personality that are on display when we perform and when we do videos and stuff. And I guess it just kind of evolved from there. And then I worked feverishly for a couple of years. I made a friend or two, and then we made some videos together. One of those videos got in Fia's Film Festival. I guess it was 23, but it was like very early in 23. And that kind of put us on the map. It's what introduced me to Diggy. After the Graveyard incident, we met back up because you went to that film festival. And
that wasn't me.
And oh, sorry. No, you're right. Different goth. So it was kind of from there that things kind of took off, and I got more involved in the scene. But up until then, you know, the idea was, it's the same as it is now. It's like, I want to make the episodic show. I was just exploring different avenues to try and get it done. And it turned out that the easiest way to integrate a character and world into a virtual space, and because I already had a Valve Index, and because I wanted to play Boneworks when it was new, and Half-Life Alyx. And so I was like, man, I've already got this gear. I may as well use this. And, you know, I tried using Unreal Engine, but VRChat was the easiest way to import a character and world. Sure. So that's what we went with.
I appreciate all the modern technology. I'm telling you, I do. Like virtual reality headsets and televisions and radio and computers and all this. I really do. I appreciate it.
Automobiles.
You know, but it's when you, yeah. I mean, those things, you can move so fast in them. It's like flying on a witch's broom. It's pretty cool, you know. But it's like, you know, it's when you get the two confused. It's when you start making things up, Vinny. That's when I start worrying about you, man. I mean, I'm really concerned.
Is there like an ethereal nursing home that you know of? Or
about 3 portals down
I think
that
he's
way,
calling me old. I tell you, kids these days, they lose the wisdom, man. They lose the wisdom. They get all confused. They see these shows and they think they're real. Huh?
What, you like Socrates?
I mean, I did. He was a good guy.
Big beard. Was his beard as big as they say? I don't say it like Socrates, like in Bill and Ted.
I only combed it so often.
That's extra lore. There we go.
Lore.
There's some lore you didn't know.
Well, I know Vinny's been talking for a while, so Diggy, I do want to give you a spot as well. So how did you first start?
It's all right.
With everything.
I haven't pouted this long in such a long time. I haven't had an opportunity to pout this much in such a long time. So I thank you for it.
I saw you pouting over there. But yeah, so how exactly did you come to the realm? What kind of, tell us the lore. Give us the lore background.
I'll tell you my history a little bit. I mean, the biggest problem here, and I'll give Vinny a little bit of like nod. I understand. It seems like I'm old, but like I've lived a long time, man. I've lived a long time, and I just don't remember it all. Like I remember like some highlights. I remember like the witch trials. That was pretty crazy. Like those guys were assholes, and I remember like when all the rats were everywhere, and that was pretty cool too. They were nice. They were cuddly. They were very cuddly. Now I remember music. And like there was a lot of music going on. I may have lost some flesh during that period. I'm just saying, like they were also very hungry. But like the music, man, the music is the way. The music, like all through the years, that's the thing. That's the thing that keeps me going. That's the thing that keeps me alive. Undead anyway. So looking back, details fuzzy. I mean, I remember that whale. That whale was something else, man. Moby Dick. That whale.
Dick.
I know, man. If any, we wrote a song about that one. That was a good adventure. But you were pretty young back then, man.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we, I don't know, man. Like, I just wander the world and I hang out and I play music and I hook up with cool guys and we play music and hook up with other cool people and we play music. And, I just live my life as a rock and roller. You can always find me at shows. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I mean, that's what's up, man. I say it's always good to check out the music scene, even if it's something that you're not.
See that? I'm hip with the kids.
That's crazy. I'm not even a kid anymore, bro.
You are to me.
Yeah,
I'm at least 2,000 years old. I mean, like I remember that kid Christ, like he was hanging out too. Like, what I'm saying.
Good luck, editor. We're going to have to look at some TOSs and make sure we're okay on some of this. Oh, man. But, yeah, I was to say, because obviously...
I won't be offended.
Yeah, I won't. No, I'm not worried about me. But,
I won't be offended. Do your job.
But, yeah, no, it's definitely... it's definitely a crazy thing. So I guess, because we did talk a little bit about, Vinny's other stuff. So, I guess out of curiosity, what are some good old pastimes of good old Diggy Bones?
Well, Penny and the Bone Flute. Man, that thing's got some sweet sounds. Hey, no, editor. I wasn't saying anything. I'm talking about the real deal, man. God, you like kids in your minds.
It's like a leg bone, right? What's it carved
from?
It's
a leg bone, man. And an arm bone. I got a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet sounds, man. Sweet sounds. You go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Like
That's
that.
true. It actually does sound pretty good.
Fair enough.
You can hear it on one of our songs, man.
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, funny enough.
Play it.
Of course. Funny enough, we're actually a little bit over time, which is completely fine. That did not feel like over an hour, to be fair.
Oh my goodness, time does fly.
Yeah. So I guess one final question before we do all the the plugs and stuff. So, because you guys are both musicians, what's one piece of advice that you could both give for somebody who's maybe wanting to perform, in the realms or in VR? What's one piece of advice that you can give? Like, somebody maybe wanting to start
Do it.
out?
Don't stop. Just do it. Yeah, play a show. Like, write some songs. Play some music. Get out there. Ask for gigs. Like, go play. Do the thing, man.
Don't think about it. Yeah.
Don't
I guess
think about it. Just go and do it.
my advice is pretty much the same. I'm just going to phrase it a little bit differently. Is that, like, don't wait till you're an expert on something. Don't wait until you feel like you have the right tools or whatever. As long as you've got something to make sound with, you can start. And that's my challenge to anybody who is thinking about getting into music or any hobby, any creative hobby. You say, oh, I've always wanted to build this. Oh, I've always wanted to make that. Well, what are you waiting for, dude? You have a limited time on this planet. I am challenging you right now. This is my challenge to you. Don't wait till you're an expert. Just start. Just start. And you'll figure out whether or not you really want to do it after an amount of time. But wait until you have something to actually release to people first. Just keep going and don't stop until you have.
No.
Just start. Just start and don't stop.
No, fair. I mean, realistically, both wise pieces of advice, definitely looking, from a musician's perspective, I definitely agree. Because there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of different communities out there that offer amazing spaces for that type of stuff.
Do you keep throwing your Blitz cigarette in his chair?
No, I threw it down here in the crevice.
Ah, he's trying to set you on fire, Noved.
He doesn't look very flammable.
That chair sure is.
Yeah. Well, we'll just pay for Cirrex's maid cleaning.
I tell you what, I will hook you up with a sorcerer or a witch if you burn alive. I'll get you the deal. Undead. My bones are fused. I can't do the thumbs up. It's a sad day. I have no thumbs. Anyway, we got
thumbs. They're just super primitive.
We got things to promote. We got shows. We're playing with you. We're playing Squad Forever Fest. That's coming up.
Oh yeah.
That's on the 11th. We play, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Let me get out my peepers here.
Oh, we got What date does this come out again? Does this on the 3rd?
This will be the 4th, I believe. It should be
4th.
Saturday.
On the 4th, we're playing the show too.
Oh yeah. On
Tonight?
the 4th, we're opening for somebody at a 2-0 show that's in the rap scene. That'll be a really interesting set.
I'm excited to mix colors. This is going to be cool. We're going to play rock and rap together. It's like new metal.
Yeah, basically.
Well, we're not
excited for that. I am in my heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, on the 11th, there's Squad Forever Fest. We'll see you there. As I understand, you'll be there too.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so. Oh man.
Then let's see. What else? We're doing the Ancients of VRChat. We have an Ancients of VRChat show on the 18th. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern. And then the 24th through the 26th is Project HorrorCon, where we will have booths for both First Class Coffin and AlteredEvil. Booths. And then also it'll be Halloween time, so it'll be ultra spooky, and hopefully you'll see us around. We're working on a bunch of different projects also on the down low. I don't know how much we're
here's the deal.
About the projects.
I'm the manager of the band, right? But humans don't like talking to skeletons for whatever reason. I don't know. So I put on a human suit. And sometimes when I put on a human suit, I also perform music because it's in my soul. You know what I mean? And that's as Gopal and the Shadow Band. That's the thing. All right. So I'll be at some of these shows too as Gopal, except on a different day. Because I can't play as me and as Gopal at the same time, because that would confuse people.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's much less confusing to do it that way.
Oh boy.
So yes, we will be in many places. We will be in many places all throughout October. You're basically going to catch us online every weekend in some form or another. So if you see us, don't hesitate to say hello. Don't hesitate to pull me out of this barrel.
Join our group.
I'll probably still be stuck. Yeah, you can join our group.
Join our Discord, because we hang out there sometimes.
Yeah, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. That's where if any projects get pushed through, that's where they'll go first.
Also, well, they go to the Discord and then they'll go to YouTube. Or no, they go the other way. Never mind, whatever. Anyway, if you want to know where to find everything we do, it's at, check this out, firstclasscoffin.rip. Firstclasscoffin.rip. I didn't even know you could do that. We found out you could do that, and we were like, that's our web's address.
Nice.
Yeah, that's our website.
That's amazing. That's what's up.
We have the most cutting edge technology, my friends. Check it out. It's so cool.
We're using a computer and we're on the line on a website. Using
we have
internet.
the website. What is that?
Internet.
What is it called? Yeah, spirits, man.
There's rumors on the internets that we're the best. And I guess it's totally subjective.
It's not. We are.
What he said.
You kind of already took what I was going to say next. So you already kind of said everything. But for those that are interested, as they had mentioned, they do have a VRChat group for First Class Coffin, which is going to be Coffin, so COFFIN.0872. So make sure to go check out First Class Coffin, or check out AlteredEvil's VRChat group as well at AlteredEvil.2171. So make sure to go check out both of these amazing groups for both of them. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else. You kind of already took where I was going to say, tell the listening audience where we can find you. You
appreciate you, my friend.
Of course, likewise.
Thanks for having us on. It will be an honor to play your show.
I'm glad to have you.
Do you know of any hot e-boys that can get him out of a barrel?
Or e-girls. I'm not picky. I was talking about werewolves, too. Like, I'm really not picky.
Oh boy. But yeah, it's been great having you both on. It definitely one of the funnier episodes. Lots of good laughs in this one. But yeah, make sure to go. All the links, of course, will be down in the description, so make sure to go check them out. But yeah, ladies, gentlemen, undead ghouls and ghoulettes, and everybody inside and outside the ballpark, this has been it for episode 83 of the Noved Notes podcast. I want to thank you all so much for watching or listening, depending on what platform you're on. Comment down below. Ooh, this is an interesting one. You know what? I'm going to go with this one. Comment down below, what is your favorite horror-themed character? We're officially in spooky month now. What is your favorite type of horror character? It could be,
The Birch!
There you go.
Did you say the Grinch?
No, what? The birch, dude.
The birch. Like a tree?
Like the tree, the birch. It's a great short about horror stuff.
Oh.
I will educate you later.
I was just going to say Bela Lugosi.
Ooh.
That's sort of awesome.
Hell yeah.
Did I say short or short? Did I say character?
Vincent Price.
That's fine.
The birch. No, you said character, but the birch is a character in the short The Birch.
That's fair. But comment down below your favorite horror character. Yeah,
Greg.
I think Greg. Yeah, there you go. But of course, if you are coming back to check out some of the other episodes, or you made it this far into the episode, why not hit that subscribe button? You're already coming back anyway. But with that, I want to thank you one last time for watching, listening, depending on what platform you're on. And I will see you at Squad Forever Fest on October 11th and 12th. But I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and peace.
All right. Okay, can I get some butter or something for this barrel? I'm seriously like, cut this.
Cue the outro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Noved Notes.